What's up, guys? Welcome back. At Amped, we live in the relentless pursuit of performance. That means we take EMOTOS from all over the world, put them through the test, and make sure they measure up for you, the Amped family.
Recently, it's been an all-out arms race between these e-moto manufacturers. We have seen bigger batteries, faster bikes, some of the most powerful bikes we've ever seen, but with that also comes the heaviest bikes that we've ever seen. Now, these bikes are great for the right rider, but today what we want to do is reignite what e-moto was meant to be.
So naturally, the bike that's going to come to your mind is going to be the Surron Light B. This was the first e-moto that most of us had any experience with. So we were thrilled to hear that after almost a decade, Sur-Ron was releasing a new version of this bike.
Introducing the new 2025 Surron Light B X.
You got me exclusive. I'm so high, I open lucid. You take me to a safe place. We steady on the same pace, yeah. I'm crazy. You like that? Don't back down. No, you drop back. Keep it spicy. There's a fact. We.
Okay, let's go over the improvements on the new 2025 Surron Light B. They have gone from 5 kilowatts of power up to 8. A new number plate looks really good. They've improved the brakes. Well, half of the brakes. Still a 203 millimeter rotor.
What about the battery? They had to have upgraded the battery.
Still 60 volt.
The suspension?
That's the same.
Well, they didn't put a riser on the bars. It's not a direct mount. Did they do anything to the screen?
It's still the same. It's in black and white.
After 10 years, they had to have made some improvements on this bike. What about the tires?
Let me check. We lost an inch.
Just an inch?
An inch is a lot. That's it for the Surron.
Out with the old, in with the new. Sometimes more isn't better. More is just more. If heavyweight bikes aren't doing it for you, this is one of the most stripped down, performance-packed e-motos available.
We are making e-motos light again. Introducing the Falcon Pro from 79 bike. This is what the Surron could have been.
The Falcon Pro is not overbuilt, overpowered, or overpriced. It's just right. Let's get into the specs.
So this bike has a 10 kilowatt peak power output. That's double the amount of power from the original Light B, and still 2 more kilowatts of power than this year's 2025 Light B. So it comes from a 72 volt battery, which the specs are showing 75-mile range out of that battery.
So we've got 10 kilowatts of peak power, a 72 volt battery, and the bike is still under 130 pounds. It doesn't get better than that. Something else you're gonna notice is some colored plastics. This is the first e-moto we have seen that has the plastics colored. There's a couple different versions. There's a purple, a red, and a yellow version. But if you're still looking to stay sleek, you know we've got a black version too.
If you'll notice, on the front of the bike, you've got fast ace forks. On the back, it has an upgraded rear suspension, a rear shock.
Speaking of high quality parts, does that look like a Surron motor to you?
Sure does. If you guys are familiar with upgraded motors like the EBMX, the Surron motor is known to be just as quality. Sure looks like a Surron motor to me.
All right, you've seen the bike, you've heard the specs. Let's take it outside and show them what it can do.
Okay, let's do it.
Before we throw these bikes into the van, we wanted to have a conversation about safety. Ben and I are both parents, and being safe on these bikes is very important to us. We want anybody who gets on these bikes to be really safe. So there's a couple of additions to this bike that make it even more safe. Starting with the LED lights on the motor. They look really cool. You can change up the colors, but those are going to give you a side visibility that you're not going to get with any other bike.
You'll notice the switch on the handlebars gives you the options to put your headlight in a high beam or a low beam. If you're coming up on a trail and you see your buddy and you want to let him know it's you, you can flash your high beams at him. This bike comes with a direct mount stem, which will help with impact absorption and making sure your bars do not twist on you. That's going to give you the confidence you need while you're riding this bike. Going from the direct mount stem, you're going to notice the 3 different drive modes. On the display, it will show up Eco, Drive, or Sport, and you can choose how much power you want this bike to deliver based off the riding mode that you're in.
One of my favorite features is actually going to be the brake light. We've all been in that scenario where you're on a trail and you end up having to brake in front of somebody else. That brake light is going to prevent somebody from hitting you. They're going to know that you're on your brakes and they need to slow down.
When you're on the dirt and you have to stop quick, you need to know what's coming up.
And if you're on the trail and there's a Sur-Ron in front of you that you need to pass, there's also some blinker switches so you can let them know that you're about to come into their lane. That's it for the safety features that we have on this bike. Overall, we feel like it's a super safe bike. Let's load this up and get out there.
Okay, I'm here with Trace and Kirk, and we got another member of the AMP team, Rich Burt. They're gonna go head to head in a drag race. Both bikes are weighted about the same. Riders are weighted pretty close to the same. Let's just see how they perform. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. You guys saw it. The point goes to the Falcon Pro. Yeah, that's what happens when you still run a 60-volt system. Let's go on to the next test. Okay, in this segment, we're gonna talk about the control and handling of these bikes. So that's one of the many reasons we like riding with Trayson, because he can show us exactly what these bikes are capable of. So he can push any bike to its limit. I know last night you got a lot of opportunity to ride the 79 bike. I'd like you guys to switch bikes so you can get on the Sur-Ron and give us your honest opinion of which bike you prefer for this style of riding. Let's get on to it.
I was gonna say, this front brake doesn't feel very good. Oh yeah, that one sucks. Woohoo! That was like Ken Block shit, hanging off the edge. If you get a close shot, that might be kind of cool. This thing's not bad, but it definitely doesn't have the throttle response that one has. I mean, the Sur-Ron's good, but the Falcon Pro is better. The throttle response is better, the brakes are better. This one, the suspension feels a little nicer. It's not as stiff, so maybe a little more comfort on this, but.
Okay, so there you have it. Sounds like we're gonna give these two bikes a tie because most of what he's saying is just preference. But 79 bike does perform. Now that we've gone over the specs of these bikes and we've shown you what these bikes are capable of in the field, if you're ready to join us in making EMOTOS light again, these bikes are available on our website, ampbikes.com, shipping to all 50 states, or you can pick one up in person at one of our dealers across the country.
If you want to join us in making EMOTOS light again, we've got a hat for you with purchase of any one of our bikes.
If you still want to see more about these 79 bikes, check out the commercial we put on our YouTube.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear what you guys think about these bikes. We'll see you on the next one.